Welcome to the City Show. Pat O'Melia here. You there? I see you. Reason I do the show because you're there. I know you're there so much that I'm going to start the radio show this week. Yeah, City Show Radio. But we'll get to that. Last week, don't forget everything on the bottom of the screen. Last week we spoke about CarePoint Hospital System, and looks like there's light at the end of the tunnel. Well, it turns out that was a train. Apparently, everything with inside hospitals and Hudson Regional Hospital and Seacork is fluid, extremely fluid. There is nothing really set yet. And fortunately, this time around, we have two mayors involved. We got Mayor Robbie Baller of Hoboken, of course, Hoboken University Hospital, and Steve Fulop, our mayor of Jersey City with Christ Hospital. They are now on the board. So, as I kept saying, we got to have hand on the wheel. So they got their hands on the wheel here. Nobody's really keen on the operational setup right now with Insight and Hudson Regional. So we'll see how this all boils down. I believe some more medical professionals may enter the field here. Possibly RWJ, they may be involved. We'll see how it goes. The real problem here. Now listen, these hospitals were solvent before the people started, ripping the money out of them. The real problem is the ownership. There are like 3-4 different owners involved in this, from Hudson Regional to the former owner, Avery. He owns land. I think he owns the land on the Hoboken and Christ Hospital. HRH owns the land on the Bayonne Hospital. I think there's a concern in Delaware that owns property in there. So there's a lot of ownership stakes, a lot of skin in the game. And that's all got to be determined yet. So besides the operation of the hospital, you really can't go forward until we handle the ownership of the hospitals and the ground that they're on. And if things don't shape up, I can see eminent domain coming into play here. But that's all to be sorted out. Mayor Fulop and Mayor Baller are working on that. As I hear something, I will keep you informed. Now, getting back to what I mentioned before, the radio. We're going to start the City Show Radio this Friday, 6 p.m. I'm not sure I'm going to keep City Show Radio at 6 p.m. because I'm trying to put together a Hudson County high school sports radio show and a video show where we'll cover the football, the basketball, all the games that are going on. I think I might have mentioned this. We'll have student reporters calling in updates on the various games into the radio show. And then we'll bring these kids into the studio. Once they finish reporting on the game, they go home, get in their laptop, record a video synopsis of what happened with the game. And that'll be used into the studio, the television part of it. The television could be live also, but the radio will be. So we're trying to work on all that. I see my timer on my coffee is blocking it. And like football, high school football is Friday. So once I get the high school sports show going, I'm going to have to give up Friday. So I'm working on that. But let's break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
No one plans on heart disease, but everyone should have a plan for it. We help patients of all lifestyles and medical histories plan for healthy hearts. We offer convenient screenings without judgment, hundreds of preventive programs, and women's heart specialists. And we're the largest cardiac surgery program in New Jersey. Make plans for a healthy heart with RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and launch inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Seacorkers Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net.
Panapinto Properties, Jersey City, shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces and addresses your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panapintodevelopment.com. Panapinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
We're back. You're watching The City Show. Pat O'Melia here. You there? Election day is like a little less than 3 weeks away now. And you'd think that would be the big kazinga here, election day, presidential election. And I tell you, I'm an economy guy. I don't know about Harris. Every time I see her do an interview, that 60-minute interview leaves you a lot of questions. I won't make an endorsement until later in the season here. But what really starts after November the 5th is to focus on the next election, which will be focusing on Hudson County. What we have a political war. You may not be aware of it, but it's boiling up. And it's not really out for public consumption yet. I know John Hines has written some pieces on it. Fernando Uribe has done some work on it. The Jersey Journal. What do you have? We have two factions of the Hudson County Democratic Organization. It's a split county right now. And everything's going to come into play right after Election Day. Here's how we got to this split. Anthony Venieri, when he was the HCDO chair, everybody endorsed, well, pretty much everybody, with the exception, I think, of Brian Stack in Union City. Everybody endorsed Steve Fulop for governor, and we're all happy. And I went along fine. Steve's out there campaigning, statewide. Different kind of campaign, but it's a different kind of campaign all around there. There's no line anymore, so it's a different world politically. Anthony Venieri's term was up. Craig Guy was elected as the new chair of the HCDO. Good guy. I've known Craig, I don't know, about 25 years now. He became the Corsa County exec. He replaced Thomas DeGees, and then he became the HCDO chair. And he immediately endorsed Josh Gottheimer. Now, nothing against Josh Gottheimer, but he's not a declared candidate. Fulop is. I think we only have a handful so far. You got Spadia, Steve Sweeney, Steve Fulop, Bramnick, Jack Citarelli, those guys. Josh Gottheimer's name is not in there, or Mikey Sherrill. They're still working on getting reelected to Congress. And, it's going to be kind of disingenuous after these people have been, vote for me to Congress, donations, campaign donation. And then on November the 6th, hey, guess what? I'm running for governor. But they're allowed to do that. Just seems disingenuous. But Craig Guy, Brian Stack, Alvio Series, Richie Turner, they all endorsed, well, I shouldn't say, I know Stack and Craig Guy endorsed Josh Gottheimer, and that's the HCDO endorsement. And that triggered this whole war. There's other simmering things. There's always other simmering things under the water, but that was the kicker. So what we have now is a split Hudson County. On one side, you have Senator Mayor Brian Stack of Union City, County Exec Craig Guy, Bayonne Mayor Jimmy Davis, who may only have 1 foot in on that. Weehawken Mayor Richie Turner, and West New York Mayor Alvio Series, who again may only be another person with 1 foot in the camp. On the other side, you have Mr. HCDO himself, Nicholas Sacco, the mayor of North Bergen, who basically saved the HCDO when there was another war going on that got Amy DeGees elected as the chair. You have Mayor Steve Fulop of Jersey City running for governor. Ravi Bala, the mayor of Hoboken. And by attendance, I'm going to say supporting these guys on that side, is Mike Gonelli, the mayor of Secaucus. Good guy. I like Mike Gonelli. Don't get to talk to him enough. Down to earth guy. Guttenberg Mayor Wayne Zitz, been in the studio a few times. East Newark Mayor Dina Grillo. You know where East Newark is. Find it for me and tell me where it is. Harrison Mayor James Fife. And, of course, the Hudson County Sheriff. They were all one time, you hold their hands and they kumbaya together. Not anymore. It's not good to have a split county. And I believe the first casualty of this split, and it's unfortunate, I think it's going to be Craig Guy, the county exec. Yeah, he's the guy just trying to do his job, but I believe he is going to be the very first casualty of this. Because the crux of it, like I said, is the endorsements of Josh Gottheimer and flipping the endorsement on Steve Fulop. Here's how it's going to be difficult for Craig Guy. And he's drawing the line in the sand. But, they put it in sand because you can put the sand back together. You can erase it. And hopefully, those things will happen. If Steve Fulop is successful and becomes the governor of New Jersey, that's not going to bode well for the county of Deck here in Hudson County after we flip the endorsement. And it could even get worse, because if Steve Fulop isn't successful in the primary next June, he will focus all his attention on Hudson County. I've known Steve Fulop for 20-some-odd years, since the days he was on the steps with Glenn D. Cunningham. Steve always had the backup plan, a second bite of the apple, mind you. And I firmly believe Steve's second bite of that apple is going to be the county of Hudson. I believe he will take over the HCDO. He will go for the office of county exec. He will make Craig Guy's life a living hell if he's not running for governor. So either way, that's not going to work well for Craig Guy. Undeserved, but this is the reality. When they were talking about a chair for HCDO, I don't know how many times I said, Craig Guy shouldn't probably do this. It's thankless. And he's going to find out how thankless it is. Hopefully, somewhere along the line, there will be a meeting of the minds before anything gets worse than it is. And it's pretty bad out there now. There are a lot of good people that we all know who are going to be pitted against each other just for a situation I believe could resolve if we all get back together. But until that happens, a war's a brewing, and on November 6th, you'll see it all play out. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Comprehensive healthcare is here, here, and here. RWJ Barnabas Health is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County with its two newest locations, Hoboken and Exchange Place. Within walking distance or accessible by mass transit, our locations combine convenience with primary and specialty care, including cardiology, women's health, orthopedics, cancer care, and more. Let's be healthy together.
Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights, your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments, carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants, all major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
We're back. You're watching The City Show. Pat O'Melia here. Weed, doobies, marijuana, Mary Jane, all those old names for that stuff. Give me a hit. There's those weed shops all over the place now. Smoke shops, weed shops. We used to have head shops when I was a kid. That's basically what these are now. Weed dispensaries in Jersey City and elsewhere. You know where Rendy's was in Jersey City? That's about to become a weed dispensary. Jersey City is going to vote on an ordinance this week concerning establishing the way we want to grant weed dispensaries. And this needs to be tabled for more vetting. We didn't put a lot of thought into it in the first place on how we were doing this. There are way too many weed dispensaries already approved in Jersey City. I believe the number is like 48. At one point on Central Avenue, and it may still be, I think we're in the Heights where I am, there were like 8 weed dispensaries approved. 8 of them on Central Avenue alone. And in this ordinance, I think they're going to cap the weed dispensaries at 96. 96 weed dispensaries in Jersey City. That's a lot of smoking. just think of the impact these stores will have on neighborhoods with foot traffic, whether it be foot or automobile. People get, these are going to be, in the beginning, they're going to be successful. There's going to be traffic. How financially successful, that's to be seen. But there will be foot traffic for a while. Now, you got some good examples in Colorado and in Portland on how weed sales and legalizing marijuana worked out. We should probably study that. I remember when Jersey City was considering a casino in Jersey City, and Mayor Fulop was in favor of the casino. Good for Jersey City, a lot of revenue, put us on the map. And Mayor Fulop decided, let me do my due diligence and take a ride down to Atlantic City, but with my eyes open at the whole picture of Atlantic City and how it would relate to Jersey City. Let me see what else sprouted up from the casinos and how much effect the casinos had on the city of Atlantic City, which is basically nil. It's like an oasis in the middle of it's been a while since I've been down there, but I doubt if it changed much. It was an oasis in the middle of a town that needs a lot of urban renewal. When Steve Fulop came back from that trip to Atlantic City with his eyes open and down and went there with a purpose, he came back against the casinos. He said the impact to the city would be negative. The impact of 48, let alone 96 weed dispensaries in Jersey City will have a hell of a negative reaction here and a negative impact on Jersey City. What our city council should do is take a trip to Colorado, see the effects of the legalized marijuana and weed sale, and go to Portland. There's another one there's a lot of negativity there, and take a look for yourself. Don't Google it. Don't read. Go see it. And you go on Spirit Air, cheap flight. Hang around out there for a couple of days, check it out, and then come back and say, we may want to look at this ordinance one more time. 48 or 90s. They even say with the 48. 48 weed shops already approved. Many of them will fail because there's just too many. You put 96 in, a lot of failure. Not only will the stores fail, people will lose life savings, and believe me, as a small business, when a business fails, it stays with you forever. Believe me, I was on my ass twice in business. I understand what it's like to get back up, to lose. You don't want to face failure, but eventually failure comes in the door and says, hey, I ain't leaving. Not only will the businesses and these individuals fail, the beneficiaries of these businesses, and each one of these places had to make some guarantee to not-for-profits or civic organization to provide the security to all these add-ons, which are expensive overhead add-ons. Now, some of these people just agreed to like $10,000 a month in security. It's like, no problem. That's going to come back and bite you on the ass. The beneficiaries will also get hurt. If you put 8 McDonald's on Central Avenue, they're all going to be successful. Do it on West Side. Do it on Newark Avenue, MLK Boulevard. You put too many on there, they're going to fail. It's like, remember dollar stores? We had dollar stores everywhere. Guess what happened? That happened. There were too many dollar stores. And they failed. And that same thing will happen here. We could prevent failure by just right now tabling that ordinance and vet it more. Again, go to Portland, go to Oregon, see what's happened out there. See for yourself. Do what Mayor Fulop did that time. When he went to AC, he didn't go to AC to have a good day and do some gambling and watch a show and have a dinner. He went to see the impact those casinos had on Atlantic City. He didn't like what he's seen. Chances are, if our city council goes to Portland or Colorado and sees what's going on, they're not going to like the impact of what they see and how it will affect Jersey City. So that could change everything. So I'm going to recommend to the city council, table this and go take a trip. Go to Portland, go to Colorado, and see what it's like. These I think it was Jersey City Times had a piece. I think Jersey City would lead the nation in weed stores. It was like for every 100,000, there'd be 16, 17 weed stores. That's a lot of weed stores. Well, every 100,000 residents. They would surely be near schools, near parks, near bars, near each other. Actually, we have a situation where they're next door to each other. The council needs to do more research before voting. Go take the trip, guys. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
No one plans on heart disease, but everyone should have a plan for it. We help patients of all lifestyles and medical histories plan for healthy hearts. We offer convenient screenings without judgment, hundreds of preventive programs, and women's heart specialists. And we're the largest cardiac surgery program in New Jersey. Make plans for a healthy heart with RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in one of our many high-rise towers. With amenities such as the on-site Newport Path, light rail, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Kohl's, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams and Acme Supermarket are just outside your front door. A health and fitness center, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. Enjoy the New York skyline from our waterfront and various parks. Manhattan is just one pass stop away, or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Looking to visit? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. For more information, visit us at newportnj.com. Make lasting memories to cherish forever. It's incredible. It's you, Newport. Live like you want.
Comprehensive healthcare is here, here, and here. RWJ Barnabas Health is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County with its 2 newest locations, Hoboken and Exchange Place. Within walking distance or accessible by mass transit, our locations combine convenience with primary and specialty care, including cardiology, women's health, orthopedics, cancer care, and more. Let's be healthy together.
We're back. You're watching The City Show. Pat O'Neill, you here? You there? Let's get into another fine topic. Bike lanes, particularly in the Heights. There's a grant. There's like a $600,000 grant for bike infrastructure. The city didn't apply for it. They asked for an extension. You know, once you take the money, you got to use the money. See, the problem with the bike lanes is we don't really have, I'm just speaking about the Heights here in downtown. When I go to City Hall, I see these lanes and not utilized. When I go down Newark Avenue to City Hall, maybe 1, 2 bikes. And they're not even bikes anymore. They're scooters, motorized scooters. Washington, coming back like through Newport, nobody on them. The Heights, nobody riding bikes anyways. The motorized scooters are a hell of a problem on Central Avenue. What the city did recently, they turned Manhattan Avenue between Summit and Central Avenue into a one-way east, 1 lane, and they had the other one big lane for bikes. And they kept that for a month. And also across Central Avenue, they have cones in front of the Stop and Shop. And then the bike lane continued down Franklin Street. That didn't work. There were a lot of problems with it. First off, there was not enough turning radius for rigs, especially with the boulder rods in front of the Stop and Shop. Stop and Shop is supplied by tractor trailers. Guess what? Didn't have enough room for the tractor trailers to make the turn. Didn't have enough room for straight jobs to make the turn. Same thing making the turn on the Franklin Street into the Stop and Shop parking lot. Same thing making the turn off Manhattan onto Central Avenue going north to supply all the businesses on Central Avenue. And they're supplied by tractor trailers. And again, I don't have a problem with saying we can't have 53-footers on 53-foot trailers going on Central Avenue. 48 is really pushing it also. 45s will be fine. But with enough turn radius for straight jobs, cargo vans, 18-wheelers, like I just mentioned, fire trucks, oil trucks, flatbeds, they didn't have enough room. And whoever dreams these things up just doesn't consider the reality. Plus, the westbound traffic that Manhattan Avenue normally handles, again, we only close it between Central and Summit, was now diverted through Persian Field, through the park, by the rec center there, where kids are being dropped off all the time. That's smart. Let's divert traffic to where the kids are. But Say you didn't divert it there. Maybe the traffic went down to the first block they could, which would be Jefferson Street. Make the right go up to Jefferson. Guess what? There's a school there with kids crossing all the time. So yeah, let's divert traffic up to Jefferson Street. Plus now you've got Reservoir 3 where the entrance is. Yeah, let's divert traffic up there. Again, whoever dreams this up in City Hall, there's no practicality to them. Not to mention with the bike lanes, again, in the Heights, they're not utilized. They're not utilized anywhere. Mainly what you see now isn't bicycles. They're motorized scooters, and they're dangerous. For that matter, these motorized scooters, somewhere along the line, they need to be registered and insured. If they're sharing the road with me, I got to pay registration and insurance. Motorcycles have to pay registration and insurance. These motorized scooters, they got to pay registration and insurance too. One of the biggest problems with putting the bike lanes in the Heights is we don't have any room. All our streets are one lane. Central Avenue is tight as it is. Summit Avenue is tight as it is. Palisade Avenue is tight as it is. Where are you going to put the bike lane? And you're squeezing. Most of your heavy equipment, straight jobs, cargo vans, fire trucks, garbage trucks, oil trucks are 102 inches wide. That's tight when you start reducing these lanes to get a bike lane in, a bike lane that's not utilized. And from a number standpoint, and you see it and I see it, we see thousands of cars every day in Jersey City. Handful of bikes. Maybe on a weekend, Bike JC runs some event, you see some bikes then. But daily, no, it's not a practical mode of transportation. Not a practical 24/7, 365 mode of transportation. If it is raining, you're not a biking. If it's snowing, you're not a biking. If there's snow on the ground, you're not a biking. If there's ice on the ground, you're not a biking. If it's raining outside, you're not a biking. If it's hot as hell outside, you're not a biking unless you got a shower at work. Now, it's different if you're on a motorized, you're not exerting yourself. But again, those motorized vehicles, and that's what they are, motorized vehicles, they have to be registered and insured. I don't see why we have to give them special lanes. The problem is this infrastructure we put in for what is extremely, extremely, extremely underutilized affects the bread and butter, the definite 24/7, 365 modes of transportation, the automobile. You squeeze that. It's not a wise thing to do. That is the lifeblood. Everything you buy is delivered by a truck. We go shopping. We're taking a car. When Amazon makes a delivery, they come with a truck. We make it more difficult for Amazon or FedEx or UPS to make a delivery to Jersey City because we're tightening everything up and we're creating all this friggin' traffic. They're going to put a charge on that. Everything we have at some point is in the truck. It's on wheels, not on a bicycle. So putting more infrastructure that is not utilized and affecting the infrastructure of the definite utilized modes of transportation is foolish. We don't need the $360,000. I know it's a feel-good thing. Oh, you put bike lanes in. But you and I know it, and the politicals know it. When I talk to them, they know it. Privately, they say, yeah, we know nothing to us. It's not wise. Let's try to keep Jersey City moving forward. And that's moving traffic forward also. All right, we're at a show. Don't forget Friday, 6 o'clock, The City Show Radio. I'll be there. Hopefully you'll be there, and it's toll-free. I'll talk to you during the week. I'll talk to you Friday. Good night.